You think salmon is just a fancy meal? Think again. Behind every fresh fillet is a fisherman who nearly died in the storm. In today's video, we dive deep into the dangerous, hidden world of wild salmon fishing, where every catch is a life-or-death gamble. Imagine this, it's a cold, early morning. The sea is as vast as it is unforgiving. Out on the open ocean, the fate of thousands of salmon depends on a single, expert move. This is not just fishing. This is high-stakes hunting in the wildest corners of the earth. Welcome to the untold story of salmon fishing, a battle between man, nature, and time. Salmon fishing isn't just a job, it's a way of life, especially in the chilly waters of the North Pacific. These waters are home to millions of salmon, the lifeblood of coastal communities. But fishing these waters isn't for the faint of heart. From harsh winds to massive waves, and the relentless pull of the sea, fishermen need more than just brawn. They need strategy, innovation, and the perfect timing to catch their prey. Every trip starts with a meticulous plan. It's not just about throwing out a net and hoping for the best. You need precision, knowledge, and timing. Salmon are seasonal travelers, moving from the deep seas to the rivers, and they only stay in certain areas at specific times. To catch them, you have to be at the right place, at the right time. But here's the catch, nature doesn't wait for you to be ready. And the sea, well, it can be merciless. Fishermen spend days, sometimes weeks, battling the elements. It's not just the cold or the wind, they fight isolation, mental exhaustion, and a relentless need to haul in the catch that supports their families and entire communities. But here's where the magic happens. The sea holds secrets, and these fishermen have learned to read those secrets like an open book. Gone are the days when fishermen relied solely on gut instinct. Now, the hunt is a blend of experience and technology. GPS, sonar, radar, modern tools that let you track the salmon's every move. These technologies are game changers, making fishing more efficient, safer, and more productive. But it's not just about finding the salmon. It's about understanding their behavior. These creatures don't just swim aimlessly, they follow precise migratory patterns. To catch them, you need to think like a salmon, predict their next move. And when you do catch them, it's only the beginning. The real challenge? Preserving that catch. From onboard cooling to quick transfer to processing plants, every step has to be flawless to keep that fish fresh and its quality intact. Salmon, a migratory fish species native to the North Pacific and North Atlantic Oceans, is one of the most economically valuable marine resources. However, catching salmon today depends not only on traditional skills but also on the integration of advanced technology to optimize the fishing process and ensure the sustainability of the resource. The combination of science, technology, and a deep understanding of nature is key to controlling and maintaining the sustainability of the salmon fishing industry. Salmon are seasonal migrators with an extremely complex migration cycle. They spawn in freshwater rivers, then migrate to the ocean where they live and mature. When they reach maturity, they return to the rivers to spawn. This migration not only affects salmon populations but also impacts the marine ecosystem and human activities. Fishermen and scientists have studied the migratory behavior of salmon for many years, from monitoring biological markers, such as body temperature, hormones, and swimming behavior, to observing the distribution of salmon populations in the ocean. Modern technology helps researchers track salmon migration through electronic tags, acoustic sensors, and GPS tracking devices, allowing for more accurate tracking of their movements. Today, salmon fishing cannot do without advanced technology. These tools not only help increase productivity but also assist in resource conservation and reduce risks from nature. GPS and sonar, global positioning systems, GPS, and sonar technology have completely transformed how fishermen locate salmon. Previously, fishermen could only rely on experience and natural cues to find fish. However, with GPS, fishermen can pinpoint the exact location of salmon schools in the ocean. Sonar systems help detect salmon schools beneath the surface, enabling fishermen to track and catch fish with high precision. Radar. In addition to sonar, radar systems are used to monitor weather conditions and sea states. With radar, fishermen can detect storms or strong winds before they affect their trip. This is crucial in ensuring the safety of both the crew and the fishing operation. Advanced nets. Technology also plays a critical role in developing advanced fishing nets. Today's nets are designed to be more durable and can be adjusted to target only mature salmon, reducing the impact on other fish species and ensuring the sustainability of the resource. An essential aspect of the salmon fishing industry is the use of preservation and processing technologies. Once salmon are caught, they must be handled quickly to ensure their quality and food safety. Onboard refrigeration systems. Modern fishing boats are equipped with refrigeration systems that maintain the ideal temperature for salmon from the moment they are caught until they are brought ashore. This refrigeration not only helps preserve the fish's freshness but also minimizes losses during transport. Filtration and sterilization technologies. On land, salmon are processed through advanced filtration and sterilization systems to eliminate bacteria and pathogens, ensuring that the final product meets strict food safety standards. While wild-caught salmon remains a vital part of the industry, the decline in natural salmon populations has made aquaculture a potential solution. However, farming salmon also presents its own challenges. Salmon farming in controlled environments. Farming salmon in artificial environments requires maintaining specific factors such as water quality, feed, and habitat conditions that closely resemble the natural environment of the fish. However, this also leads to problems such as disease, uneven growth, and the spread of pathogens between farmed and wild salmon populations. Recirculating aquaculture systems, RAS, to mitigate the environmental impacts and improve efficiency. Recirculating aquaculture systems, RAS, have been developed. These systems filter and recycle water, helping reduce the impact on surrounding marine ecosystems while providing better control over salmon health and farm conditions. Despite the advancements in technology, the sustainability of the salmon resource depends heavily on effective management and conservation practices. Governments and international organizations are working closely to develop strategies for conservation, including international fisheries management. Organizations such as the FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, have promoted international agreements to protect salmon populations, including establishing catch quotas, protecting spawning areas, and regulating fishing methods to preserve this valuable resource. Sustainable aquaculture development. Part of the conservation strategy involves the development of sustainable aquaculture methods. Research and the development of environmentally friendly salmon farming practices, such as closed-loop farming systems, are crucial to reducing the pressure on wild salmon stocks. The combination of science and technology in the salmon industry has not only improved the efficiency of fishing operations but also helped in the protection of this valuable marine resource. Modern technologies have transformed how salmon are located, caught, and preserved, while also contributing to conservation and sustainability. However, the future of salmon fishing depends on the collaboration between technology, science, and effective resource management. Only by combining these elements can we ensure the long-term sustainability of salmon populations and continue to enjoy the benefits of this prized fish. But the salmon fishing industry is more than just a job. It's a global powerhouse. It's not just about feeding local communities anymore. This fish is in demand worldwide. From North America to Europe and Asia, people are eating more salmon than ever before. But why? It's not just the taste, it's the health benefits. Salmon is packed with omega-3s, those healthy fats that help keep your heart in check. As health awareness grows around the world, the demand for salmon grows along with it. But here's the real kicker, it's not just the fish itself that's valuable. The byproducts, salmon oil, eggs, even the bones, are worth their weight in gold. Salmon, with its remarkable migration journey from freshwater rivers to the ocean and then back to its birthplace to spawn, is a crucial species not only for its economic value but also for its ecological importance. However, in recent years, salmon has been facing serious threats, primarily due to overfishing, climate change, and environmental pollution. As a result, conservation and protection of salmon have become top priorities, but this also creates considerable pressure on the fishing industry and coastal communities. Studies show that wild salmon populations are declining sharply, particularly in areas where they have been overexploited or affected by environmental factors. This is one of the primary reasons why conservation efforts for this species are critical. The main factors include: the wild salmon industry has grown rapidly over the past few decades, leading to overfishing. Even with catch quotas and seasonal restrictions, the continuous harvesting of salmon throughout the year has resulted in the depletion of this valuable species. Climate change alters water temperatures, river flows, and living conditions for salmon. These changes impact the migration and spawning processes of salmon, making conservation efforts more difficult than ever. Pollution from industrial, agricultural, and other sources has damaged salmon habitats, especially spawning areas. Water pollution from chemicals and heavy metals has affected the health and reproductive ability of salmon. To protect salmon, governments and international organizations have implemented a range of conservation regulations and policies. However, these measures create significant pressure on fishermen and the industries involved. Governments frequently impose catch quotas, fishing seasons, and restricted fishing zones to ensure that salmon are not overharvested. However, this can create difficulties for fishermen, as the reduction in salmon populations means they face stricter regulations on the number of fish they can catch each year. Governments and environmental organizations may require fishermen to adopt fishing methods that cause less environmental harm, such as using nets with adjusted mesh sizes to catch only mature salmon or even requiring a complete shift in traditional fishing practices. These changes can be costly and require retraining of fishermen. Spawning areas for salmon must be protected, which can limit fishing activities in these regions. While the aim is to protect the natural habitats of salmon, such conservation measures may reduce fishing opportunities and result in economic losses for coastal communities. While conservation measures are necessary to save salmon, they also bring several pressures on the fishing industry and the communities dependent on it. Fishermen and businesses must invest in new technology to improve fishing efficiency and protect the environment. Technologies such as smart nets, electronic monitoring systems, and sustainable salmon farming practices help reduce the impact on marine ecosystems. However, investing in these technologies requires significant costs, which may be beyond the financial capacity of smaller fishermen. With the decline in wild salmon populations, aquaculture has emerged as a potential solution. However, salmon farming also faces many challenges, including pollution, disease, and the impact on wild salmon populations. Farming systems must ensure proper water quality, feed, and living conditions to allow salmon to grow healthily without harming the environment. Conservation issues related to salmon cannot be addressed by a single country alone. Therefore, countries with significant salmon industries must collaborate closely to manage the resource effectively, including sharing information about salmon populations, coordinating conservation policies, and regulating salmon spawning areas. Salmon conservation is not just an issue for fishermen and governments. Coastal communities, where salmon fishing is vital to the economy, also face significant challenges. Many coastal communities depend on salmon fishing for their livelihoods. The implementation of strict conservation regulations, limiting the amount of fish that can be caught or requiring changes in fishing methods, can lead to reduced incomes for fishermen. This places a heavy burden on those relying on the salmon industry to support their families. A crucial aspect of salmon conservation is educating the community about the importance of protecting the species and how to minimize environmental impact. Educational programs can help fishermen better understand the need for conservation and encourage the adoption of sustainable fishing practices. Did you know that the future of salmon is at risk? Overfishing, climate change, and pollution are threatening this incredible species. But the good news is, there's hope. With the right conservation efforts, we can help protect these ocean travelers. Stay tuned to learn how modern technology, sustainable fishing, and international cooperation are saving the salmon in our oceans. If you're passionate about protecting the environment and want to learn more about the challenges facing our oceans, hit that subscribe button now. Join us on this journey to make a difference. Your support helps keep the conversation going.